Why white teeth were considered ugly in ancient Japan. The enigmatic beauty of Ohaguro. Imagine stepping into the court of Japan's Heian period, 794 AD to 1185 AD. As you enter, the air carries a faint trace of incense and the rustle of layered silk. The palace architecture frames long corridors of polished hinoki wood and painted screens depicting pines and mist. Courtly etiquette governs every movement. Voices are soft, gestures are deliberate, and beauty is expressed through restraint and composure rather than display. Graceful noblewomen glide across the tatami, their layered silk robes shimmering in the candlelight. They turn to greet you with warm, radiant smiles, yet their teeth are entirely black. Their faces are powdered in a pale hue, with eyebrows drawn high on the forehead in rounded shapes, and their hair flows like ink down their backs, amplifying the serene harmony of the look. To modern eyes, it might resemble decay, but in their time, it was the ultimate symbol of elegance, loyalty, and refinement. Within the aesthetics of the court, miyabi, courtly elegance, and yugen, subtle profundity, the darkened smile softened expression, concealed rawness, and suggested inner discipline and virtue. Ohaguro, the art of dyeing teeth black, was practiced from the Heian era until the late 19th century. Over the centuries it shifted in who adopted it and why, first among aristocrats, later within samurai households, and at times among townspeople, reflecting status, maturity, and propriety in different periods. It was especially common among married or adult women, a visual vow that they would belong to no man but their husband. The sight immediately communicated life stage and social position, much like a wedding ring does today, making the mouth a quiet emblem of commitment. On her wedding day, a bride would darken her teeth, declaring, "I will devote myself to this family for the rest of my life." Attendants prepared the mixture with ritual care. A polished bronze mirror caught the candlelight as the bride sat perfectly still, allowing each layer to set, transforming her smile into a lacquer-like sheen. While Ohaguro is often remembered as a custom for women, men also practiced it, especially among the aristocracy and samurai. In the Heian court, high-ranking men sometimes dyed their teeth black to reflect dignity, maturity, and refinement. It marked them as individuals of status and culture, separating them from common people. Later, during the samurai era, Ohaguro became a symbol of readiness for adulthood and responsibility. A young man might blacken his teeth to show he had left behind childhood and was prepared to serve his lord with loyalty. For both men and women, the practice was not only about personal beauty but also about identity, honor, and belonging within society. Back then, white teeth were associated with wild beasts or the dead, ominous images to be avoided. Deep black, on the other hand, softened the smile, lending an air of mystery and grace. In poetry and courtly diaries, restraint and shadow were prized. Black at the mouth's edge framed the lips like ink on paper, suggesting quiet dignity rather than animal brightness. Ohaguro wasn't only about aesthetics. Daily upkeep mattered. The color was renewed regularly after meals, and aromatic ingredients helped mask the metallic scent, turning maintenance into a small, private ceremony. In an age when dental infections could be fatal, oral health was a matter of life and death. Untreated tooth decay could lead to jawbone infections or even sepsis. Household wisdom blended with status customs, people recognized that a disciplined routine around the mouth brought tangible benefits beyond appearance. The blackening solution, iron dissolved in vinegar or sake, created ferric acetate, a substance with strong antibacterial and preservative properties. When combined with tannins from tea or plant sources, it formed dark, adherent compounds that resisted spoilage and helped keep the mouth's environment more stable. In other words, Ohaguro was both a statement of beauty and an ingenious form of medical care. It was fashion with function, an elegant solution in a world before modern dentistry, where prevention was often the only defense. By the late 19th century, Western influence redefined beauty standards. White teeth became a symbol of health and allure, and Ohaguro quickly disappeared from daily life. Government modernization and new professions favored Western grooming ideals. Photographs, schools, and public-facing roles normalized bright smiles as markers of progress. Today, it survives only in traditional arts and ceremonial performances. You may glimpse it in historical reenactments or costumed rituals, where that glimmering black reads instantly as Old Japan, carrying centuries of meaning in a single look. Yet for nearly 1,000 years, that glossy black smile shaped the Japanese sense of beauty, and for a Heian woman, it may have been her most captivating feature. It reframed the mouth from a site of raw display to a canvas of intention, an aesthetic choice that spoke of identity, loyalty, and composure. Trends always come back around. Before you answer, imagine the modern reinterpretations, subtle tints, temporary veneers, or editorial fashion shoots that play with shadow and sheen, merging heritage with contemporary style. If the fashion of Ohaguro returned today, would you try it?